I'm your English teacher for Intermediate English Book 2 for your 12th grade. जैसे कि आप लोगों को पता है कि your composition book which starts with this particular cover और पहला chapter which is Mrs. Ockentub, 20 minutes with Mrs. Ockentub. Interesting बात ये कि इसके characters कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं हैं, but this really a sort of a melodrama. It has lots of things in it. We have a couple of characters in this. The main or the prominent character that we will discuss today is of Mrs. Ockentub herself. Who was Mrs. Ockentub? Now, before going to Mrs. Ockentub, I first want to explain about the writer, Mr. Author, Frank Author. He was a civil servant, a bureaucrat, whereas he was also a novelist. इन्होंने काफी सारे novels भी लिखे जो कि Penguin ने publish भी किए different names के साथ. And as far as his particular Mrs. Ockentub, 20 minutes with Mrs. Ockentub are concerned, इसका एक अपना ही मजा है when you go through it in your stage. I mean by 12th grade. Obviously novels की दुनिया में इतना बड़ा शायर नाम हमें ना मिले, but still इस novel की एक अहमियत इस वजह से भी है हमारे लिए, because when it comes to literature, it can be seen as the first step towards moving towards literature. Characters में सबसे important character हमारे पास है Mrs. Ockentub का. Mrs. Ockentub वो खातून थी जिसमें commonly आपको वो सब चीजें जो well off communities में मिलती हैं, though this is quite serious to talk about, but still इनकी अहमियत अपनी जगह पर जरूर है. इनके जो कैरेक्टर की जो characteristics दी गई है, जो खुसूसियात दी गई है. For instance, she is a wife of a well-off salesman, a very successful salesman. She goes in cocktail parties, and apart from it, she likes to wager for money. She likes to bet on different things. Now, she loves like driving fast cars, and those cars especially for the reason of bet. A friend of Mrs. Ockentub, she actually bet with Mrs. Ockentub for £5, and that bet was to cross Stenthorpe Court to the coast. Now, from Stenthorpe Coast, if she had to go at the speed of 50 miles, that was quite risky. Reason behind, because it was a populated area. अब जब उन्होंने वहां से 50 miles per hour speed से move करना था, and obviously she agreed, and when she went for that, she was unable to control her car, and that caused an accident, and 2 women were actually killed. She was arrested by the police, taken into custody. The court decreed that she should be given 18 months of prison. Now, the person who had actually committed murder, obviously though it could be caused by fast driving or reckless driving, but still it was a murder. Nevertheless, she proved herself with something. She proved very cunningly that she could not see the people on the pavement, and it was done mistakenly since she was going with a speedy car. Whereas that particular thing actually caused her complete trial to go into manslaughter. जबकि वो manslaughter में गया, तो that is why she was given just 18 months of imprisonment. Once she was given 18 months of imprisonment, उन्होंने अपना जो जेल का दौरानिया था, जो सजा का दौरानिया था, वो complete when she came out. Once she came out, now she was at a railway station. It was a stormy night. You would go through it. जब वो वहाँ थी तो उनकी मुलाकात एक अजनबी से होती है. She meets a stranger, and that stranger, though came with an intent, and he wanted to talk to Mrs. Ockentub. He was actually the one who was from whose family 2 women were killed. When they meet, they have a discussion. Though it's a very long discussion, you will find it in your chapter for almost 11 pages. But still, if we sum up, somehow the man recognizes Mrs. Ockentub as the murderer of those 2 women of his family. And at that time, he wanted to avenge for the murder, which he could not. directly, obviously he could not, because when he heard Mrs. Ockenden, he felt that Mrs. Ockenden was very sorry for the murder, since she had claimed herself that she used to have wicked sort of memories, the way those people were killed by her, and lots of things. He initially felt that she's already, Mrs. Ockenden is already suffering from that particular trauma due to that accident. That is why he shouldn't kill her, and she should be punished with those dreams, those haunting dreams which she used to get. And he was well convinced, and he went out of that railway station waiting room. Once he went out, he actually forgot the briefcase, and he wanted to come back and receive that briefcase. The moment he was about to come in, he saw Mrs. Ockenden giving some vulgar gestures and trying to be over smart at that time, and he recognized that she did not feel, she is not at all sorry for the accident. He took out his revolver, and he killed her. Once he killed her, he had revenge about his two dear family members. Now, जब यहाँ ये चीज खत्म होती है, उसके बाद आपके पास इस complete चैप्टर की डिफरेंट वर्ड्स मीनिंग होंगी, कुछ न्यू वर्ड्स होंगे, बिकॉज यू हैव जस्ट एंटर्ड इनटू 12th क्लास, एंड आपके 12th ग्रेड के अंदर आप लोगों को डिफरेंट वर्ड्स इसमें मिलेंगे व्हिच वुड बी वेरी हेल्पफुल टू इंप्रूव योर लैंग्वेज, स्पेशली योर राइटिंग स्किल्स. इसमें काफी सारे ऐसे वर्ड्स हैं जिनमें से आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. फॉर इंस्टेंस, इफ आई स्पीक अबाउट सम ऑफ द वर्ड्स, यू विल फाइंड malevolent, you will find vengeance, you will find I would say scornfully, relentless, you will find fiend, उसकी सेकंड फॉर्म फीन के तौर पे जैसे यहाँ यूज की गई है. इस तरह के वर्ड्स हैं. नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू एक्सरसाइजेस, आप लोगों को सबसे पहला काम ये करना है कि यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट ऑल दोस डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स, एंड बिफोर दैट यू हैव टू रीड दिस एंटायर ड्रामा so that you are able to learn what it actually says word by word, number one. Number two, you have to find out all those difficult words, and those words are really going to be very helpful when you are going to write something. Apart from it, there are some question answers as well. आप उनको फिलहाल स्किप कर सकते हैं, because as far as your question answers are concerned, मैं आप लोगों की हेल्प करूंगा when I'll be making those notes. अच्छा जी, उसके अलावा I want you people कि आप इसकी एक समरी खुद से बनाएं in your own words, so that you could learn and then understand it better. I hope this lecture is to some extent helpful for you, and apart from it, I would say stay safe, stay healthy, and read as much as you can.